And we are live.
Oh,
God, that has
hello.
to be a glum
Hello.
silence. That's like, you're all just Azarin's frozen.
Ah!
There we
you
go.
Oh, there we go.
He's just sitting like,
I'm
oh, there we go again.
not alive. We're dead.
Come on,
He's just
dude.
T-posing. Azarin's T-posing.
All right. What is
There
your...
you go.
I don't know what the hell. It's like weird. It's like it is only when I'm not DMing, it fucking does this. It never does this when I'm DMing.
I wonder if it's because like
Everyone
it
posed.
yeah, everyone T-pose. T-pose for dominance.
Exactly.
You know, surprisingly enough, with that meme, nobody has tried to, like, in the game, in like D&D, like in any of our games, nobody has tried to T-pose as a intimidation check.
It could be funny.
You don't like to do the obvious?
But if you do it, you have to be one of the shorter species. You got to be like a goblin or a halfling or a gnome or something that's like just T-posing on something.
No, there's only one species I'll
Big
play, and
people
that's
out.
Scarecrow.
That's just
that
default.
only works for the Bard College of Memes subclass.
Do you know what you just brought into this world? I now have to make the College of Memes
You have
class.
to make a college of memes.
I have
Thank
to
you,
make
Fox.
a College of Memes class. Congratulations! It is going to be the most.
Are you saying like I can plank? We're gonna plank.
It is the most shit posty class ever.
No.
Thank you, Fox.
Oh,
I
dude.
love it.
Expect
Yes.
that
Dude,
soon.
if it's College of Memes, freaking their what the fuck is their stupid spell? The dispel that they do. I haven't played a Bard in
Vicious
so long.
mockery.
Vicious Mockery is their Eldritch Blast. Like it literally is Eldritch Blast with Vicious Mockery. Like it just it's like-
All I have to do is go, I'm a warlock and I cast Eldritch Blast. Vicious mockery.
Ooh, look at me! I'm a warlock. I only know one spell.
Amen.
Vicious mockery
That-
goes off.
It is it it took me forever before Yuriko took it, but Eldritch Blast is bang for the buck, the best cantrip in the game.
And if you're a warlock, it's
Hey,
the
I
only
took a little bit of
cantrip in the
warlock.
game.
Yep.
And there's other cantrips. They're
No.
just not as
See, that's
effective.
why you become Hellfire Warlock, and Eldritch Blast is now just launching a mini nuke every time you cast it.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Hey, Elric, set me
Yeah.
on fire.
you remember the hell, like the literal hellscape that Elric would cause just by casting Eldritch Blast that's been empowered by Hellfire.
Yeah, that shit was
Oh my God.
dangerous.
But
Dude,
speaking of dangerous, just as a forewarning to everyone in chat as well, I've been talking about this with the players off and on since our last episode. We are now crossing into the line to where things are going to become immensely dangerous and very deadly for our heroes here, to where that threat of a TPK is basically always around the corner until a few things are taken care of. But before we get to that, the last time that we left off, you sort of found yourselves as the voluntold guests after, holy crap,
Jesus, Moles did it again.
Hey,
what
go
just
Moles.
happened?
She gives us a
Malls
bunch of
just-
subs.
Maul's
Sub.
gifting 5 subs to the channel. Damn. Thank you for those gifted subs, Malls.
Yes, thank you.
I just saw chat explode. I'm like, what the hell
Wayne
just
hype.
happened?
So Rojan, I don't know if you want to do this, but Mole did the same thing on Wayward Wanderers, and I gave her the option to use the gifted subs as an extra life donation.
Hmm.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that's what I did for her because I know it was the first time
Give
I'd
me-
ever seen anyone give a sub in the channel.
Give me a time to figure out how we can work that, and I will get with Malls to figure out what we can do. But I'm always happy to cause a little bit of chaos for the players. But speaking of chaos, as Azrin was so nice to do that, clearly best DM no contest.
Miles, just don't forget who your
Them's
DM
fighting
is.
words.
So, you kind of found yourselves as the voluntold guests in a vampiric safe house of Countess Alicia. Oh, I'm sorry, no, not Countess Alicia. Countess Isolde Faline. You were briefly attacked while you were in the woods outside of Wood, or just outside of Wood's Edge, and you had to make your way to safety. And being in her carriage, you kind of had no choice but to go with her. Though offering safe haven and a place to stay for the night, you accepted her offer of hospitality, some of you begrudgingly. But you were given full reign, full access to this impressive, large, mirrored structure that seemingly acts as a safe house and a rest stop for the vampire families and those in their service. While inside, some of you made use of the libraries, the immense library in here, to gather information on the situation of the island, the history of the island, and some other things of personal interests, while others sort of lounged around in the tavern and met with some very strange individuals of another house who seemingly had information to deliver. A request to meet with them outside of the safe house, a bit northwestish, near the edge of the Blighted Scar, mentioning that they had important information to share with certain individuals of your group. You began to have a conversation with everyone once everybody had gotten their nightly tasks taken care of. And as you retired for the night, everyone went to their rooms, save for Valiana, who decided to take first watch. And as everybody creeped into their rooms to rest for the night, the moment the door shut, the door vanished, leaving everybody who walked inside the rooms seemingly trapped in there. And Valiana, you're sort of outside now, seeing everyone's door just vanish. Though it doesn't take long for you to notice that there are other strange spaces between the other doors along this hallway. These doors go seemingly like evenly spaced out, and then there's a gap to where you can count maybe 2 or 3 rooms should be there before the next door appears. You do remember that you were told that security was on the utmost priority here in these safe houses. And something in the back, yeah, security
kind of roles.
Security, yeah, with a guy that was like sneaking around through like a secret crawl space.
Secret tunnel. I know you're going to say it, but it's a secret tunnel.
God damn it.
Cabbages.
But yes, you are standing outside. But as you are standing outside, seemingly walking around, going from door to door where you've or place to place where you've seen your companions walk into these doors. Your hand brushes against something on the wallpaper as a strange card falls into your hand. Because your birthday happened and you don't escape the card draws just based on one game. Malls on the malls. Wow. Gilly, I need you to choose a deck and a card.
Oh, I'm gonna let you pick the deck. I'll pick the card.
We're going with deck 3.
Okay. And we're gonna go the 16th card from the top.
Just because we haven't really seen much of what deck 3 has to offer. Everyone has been choosing deck 2, especially when the reveal that you can get a pet dragon popped out.
Look, one person gets it and everyone's like, me too. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I never pull
But
from
I
the
chose the
deck,
new
so
one.
I have to make my own dragon instead.
You never pull,
Try it.
you never pull from the
dragon.
deck. You never pull from the deck until somebody forces you to pull from the deck.
Exactly.
These are facts.
Valiana already has a pet dragon. Though she could do with another one.
Well, deck
mean,
3.
Let Spike raise the dragon. It's fine.
Spike needs a sibling, right?
Yeah. He's lonely.
Oh,
Red Spike. Oh.
interesting.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
really excited
Oh.
his voice got.
Ooh, this is
This is from 3, right?
Yep,
beautiful.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, and I love it.
Okay,
Okay.
well, it just happened to me.
So,
Ragens
Val,
night.
yeah,
you
I'm a little
just
scared.
flip this card over in your hand, and you see that of a very large ship. You gain proficiency in 3 skills chosen by the DM.
Oh,
Interesting. You know how to paint toenails? You know how to do hair
So, your skills that you are now proficient in.
and shave beards.
You're now an esthetician.
Where is your
Okay,
character? Where
okay.
is your
Check
character
the
sheet?
sheet. Check
Where
the sheet.
is your character sheet?
hiding.
Not for
Let
long,
me-
it ain't. I need to I need to cycle through all these monsters.
You want me to send you a screenshot of my
Nope.
skills?
Jim, I'm a doctor.
Nope.
She gets siege engines, war vehicles,
Okay,
and
so skills that I am going to give you. Ooh, because this comes with kits too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's true. It is a skill proficiency.
I am going to give you proficiency in deception,
Okay.
in medicine, and let's go sleight of hand.
Ooh,
Dang.
I like. That'll be fun.
And now I will let you choose something because I'm going to add a little twist to this.
No.
You can have a kit based off of deception, a kit based off of medicine, or a kit based off of sleight of hand.
Oh, like thieves' tool.
Oh God, where's her roll of die? Medicine.
Medicine. Okay. You now have a surgeon's kit.
That'll help the wizards when they want to get components.
And when
Sorry,
they
what?
want to put those components together.
Yeah. Totally.
Mia's out here trying to build a bear a dragon, and I'm not okay with it.
Does that come with proficiency in it?
Yes, that comes with proficiency.
And is it the actual kit or just the skill?
Hmm?
Does Is it the actual kit that I found or just the skill?
The kit.
Okay,
You have a surgeon's kit now.
cool.
But yeah, that card's pretty damn good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That one and the language one, I think, are some of the best ones that we've seen so far.
The book? Yeah,
Oh,
the book.
yeah.
The book is
Yeah.
great. Oh, you want to know language? Here's 7. You can now read,
Yeah, that's
speak,
pretty
and write it. But as you grab this card and seemingly it just vanishes out of sight, and you just now have this very expensive looking like doctor's bag in your hands. One of the guards you've seen walking around this safe house sort of approaches you. Is everything okay, miss?
Not exactly. My friend's doors disappeared.
Oh, it is not that it disappeared. It's meant to keep them safe. The whole intended purpose of the vanishing doors is so nobody is able to get in and out until the sun rises.
Doesn't really help when there's someone peeping through the walls.
Peeping through the walls.
Yeah, we had someone who was peeping through a hole in the walls in one of the rooms.
Of course. Worry not, that individual is harmless. He's more of a voyeur than anything. But we will look for him and punish him accordingly. But you should most definitely get some rest. Please, choose a room or enjoy your stay here, and we will welcome you back in the morning. Vactair, thank you for that raid.
Woohoo!
She'll walk down the hall back towards where her room was. She's looking pretty tense. If she rests, it's going to be very fitful. It's not. But as I get close back to the rooms, I only do it once a day, but I will cast a locate creature, and I'll just look for Mia just to see if I get a ping on where she's at.
Give me an insight roll with that.
Okay. It's not bad. Insight. 25.
25. You most definitely can feel that Mia is still within this safe house, but you can't pinpoint the exact location. It almost feels as if her location is being moved every couple seconds.
Okay. She's probably gonna chalk that up to the room doing what it's doing for defenses. She doesn't like it. She'll actually probably stay for the spike going, I really don't like this place.
He shakes his head. He's like, you and me both. This place has been giving me the creeps the entire time we've been here.
Should we take up one of the rooms, or maybe we just go spend the night down in the tavern?
Honestly, I like the tavern less. I don't trust the keeper. Seems fishy.
That guard hadn't appeared when he was. I was about to go ask him some questions. Less than nicely.
Let's not pick on the man for doing a job.
No, but he could have given us the answer somewhere. Everything was fine.
Yeah. Well, he gave us the information he knew. Doors just vanished as a security measure.
Okay. Well, in we go, I guess.
And as you walk into your room and shut the door behind you, like everyone else, it vanishes.
Oh, so it vanishes from the inside too. Okay. Think that makes me feel a little less awful about it.
This is definitely a fire hazard.
Oh, extremely.
But as you are sealed inside, you do begin to feel a little relaxed. Slowly but surely, the tenseness in your bodies and any sort of doubt you had in your mind about the legitimacy or the safety of this place seems to just slowly fade away, as all you can think of is that comfortable looking bed.
She'll go to sleep. I'm really curious to see if the door opens up again after 4 hours or 8 hours. Because she just has to go into a trance. Elf bullshit.
Can I pop my tent inside?
You cannot.
These are tiny ass rooms.
No, you just can't cast your tent.
Lady. Oh, what? Oh,
You can't
fuck.
use your tent spell in here.
Can I use my forewarn spell? Just the thing that alerts me if somebody tries to creep up on me at night?
Give me an intelligence roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. It's still gonna be a million. 21.
It's still gonna be a million. Fucking high level wizards.
Like disadvantage.
You most definitely can cast that spell, but as you're doing so, you actually begin to feel a little bit taxed trying to tap into the weave to cast your magic. As you sort of get a sense that there may be a bit more warding inside of these rooms that sort of interrupts or tries just to weaken any sort of magic cast inside of them.
Gotcha. So if it doesn't feel dangerous to finish casting that spell, I will finish it. But if it feels like it's going to be like physically detrimental to finish it, then I won't finish the spell.
It's not that it's physically detrimental, it's more of an annoyance. It's like when it's like you're trying to cast it and you just start like for some reason getting like a phantom itch on like the back of your calf.
Yeah, I know that feeling. So it's a ritual, so it takes me 10 minutes to do the casting, so I imagine I probably get like a few minutes into it and then I get distracted by that feeling and then have to start over and do that a few times. But I will eventually push through and get it done.
Takes you about 20 minutes to get through the ritual, but you're able to cast your little alarm spell.
And then it's bedtime.
Yeah, definitely Spike is definitely sleeping up on the bed with me.
I have a feeling that Val doesn't even have a choice in that.
No. She's never fought it, though, let's be honest.
Let's be honest, the bed is actually Spike's and he just allows you to sleep in it.
Yeah.
That's dog logic right there.
Cat logic as well.
You
Yeah.
dare sleep with
Only they allow
me?
you to sleep.
But you can move the cat.
It's true.
So we can't cast spells, but do our magic items still function?
So you can cast spells. It's just you can't cast the tent because it creates like another dimension. It creates a small pocket for you to go into. So there's like some sort of warding in this room that is preventing the creation of like a pocket entrance.
So that specific spell.
Yeah, that specific spell is
Okay.
like being stopped.
So it'd be
Gotcha.
like that
Okay.
no dimension
So-
door,
Yeah, pretty much no
Yeah, so I
teleport,
get
no
the
dimension
sense-
door.
like
Oh,
nothing,
so I can't misty stuff? Damn it.
Yeah, nothing dimensional or
teleport
spatial.
Yeah.
Or
Stones.
teleportation.
Okay.
Nothing to like, time and space screwy. But pretty much everything.
No
in
timey-wimey
Because I'll
bullshit.
do time and space screwy shit.
everything in Chemic's arsenal.
Especially the spells I know now. I'm like,
Right.
Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, if that's the case, yeah, there's not much. Kevin doesn't want to sleep in the bed.
But you do, because the room
Just to
wants
make
you
a point.
But
You
that
could
bed's
sleep
looking awfully cozy.
Under
Well-
the bed.
Under the bed.
I'm the thing that creeps under the bed. Just the eyes glowing. I'm like, hello.
Oh, that poor maid when she
Do
goes
we
in the
all
next room.
feel that pull to
Mhm.
sleep on the bed?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do these rooms cater to our needs?
They do not. It's a room.
Oh,
They're
that
just-
sucks.
Guest rooms.
Do our bags of holding work?
That's a good question.
I am going to try and retrieve my hookah, which I keep in my bag of holding.
You reach into the bag of holding and you hit a bottom. And
I
it's not
don't
like
sense
not like oh, you just hit the end point of your bag of holding. No, you feel burlap. And you look into the bag and you can physically see a bottom.
Motherfuck. I really need a smoke. And a drink. God damn it. Alright, mental note, take out the necessities before we come into the rooms.
Sneak the food inside the rooms.
Sneak food inside a movie theater.
Look, anybody who's been to a convention knows that you do not, like, unless they've got really good looking dessert, you never order room service or food from the hotel. You go down to like if anyone going to TwitchCon this year, go to the Ralph's, go to any one of those markets, get your food there. Seriously, stock up, bring it into the hotel room.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Don't wreck your rooms. But yeah, like, night passes, everyone gets a soundless sleep. As you awaken,
No peeping Tom.
no peeping Tom, no nothing to disturb you throughout the night. You wake up well rested and refreshed. Any missing spell slots are back once again. HP is replenished. Any exhaustion or anything like that is taken down by 1.
And my strength is back to normal now.
And your strength is back to normal. Yeah.
I don't have a strength of 7 anymore.
Give it time. The session is young.
We're a paranoid bunch. We're like,
with that
safe room to sleep
attitude-
in, nuh-uh. Something's gonna happen.
Given what you guys
Yeah.
have been through, yeah, I don't doubt you're a paranoid bunch.
I mean, yeah. Just quick question. I know it's a basic room, but for someone of her standard, I'm sure she's got at least like a basic desk with like a writing desk or something. Is there like paper or ink on it?
There's not even a writing desk.
Oh fuck.
This
You have a
is
bed.
Alright.
this is a basic room.
Look, we're not in a
Like,
hotel. We're in the motel.
You get a
It
feeling.
is
you
shitty
get-
accommodations.
You get a feeling that these accommodations, while the bed is comfortable, you get the accommodations that this is to remind the non-vampires that they are the help.
Malls.
Looks like
There's no
fun.
holy book in
Fair.
vampires.
You know what? They're used to sleeping on dirt anyway.
They're lucky they got a bed. Look, I was generous.
Was it though?
But in the
False.
morning, you wake up, doors are once again visible in your rooms.
Well, I'm leaving this room as soon as that door is there. I'm out. I like it.
Yeah, I get out. I'm just like, fucking done. Don't like I couldn't use my timey-wimey BS.
I don't like it in here either, but I am gonna stay in here for a while because I've got a lot of wizard prep to do. I gotta make my shield. I gotta heal myself. I gotta prep my hidden ace ability. So Mia's gonna be in here for probably like another hour or so.
Okay. So, those of you who walk out, the moment you walk out of these doors, you are standing right out in the open in a field.
We are
Do we see
fucked.
everyone else?
You
Do we
can
see
see
everyone else?
everyone else who has walked out, you can see them.
So,
Okay.
question: when we open the door, do we see the field or do we see the hallway?
The hallway.
And then when we step out into
You
the
are
hallway,
outside that vampire safe house, and you are now out in the middle of a field.
Oh, so we see the
Okay.
house.
No, you don't technically see the house. The house is, in all intents and purposes, invisible. Every now and then you can see like the light barely catch correctly
Oh.
on like the
Can I
mirrored
see with
pane.
my eye though?
You cannot, because it is not a lie.
Illusions are lies.
It's not an illusion.
Okay.
There is no
Okay.
illusion.
Fair.
Like there's no illusionary magic on here.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
It's
So
just a
We're all
really, really
paranoid
good
as
paint job.
fuck.
It is
Yeah, so we're in the same
it
area,
is
just hard to see
the
that.
secondary power of a vampire. Science.
Okay.
All of this is just rooms of holding. They are all pocket dimensions. We are the items.
Yep.
Would
So
explain
is-
it would
is
explain
it-
why your
is
bag
this
of
a-
holding didn't work.
is this a field we know?
You do not. You are in an area that you have not seen before. Though I believe, Val, you were given a map, right? As to where
Yes.
to meet these individuals. All right, so I think
One of us was.
yeah, you're all on the map right now.
I think.
One of you was given a map, or one of you had a map. So I'm going to open the map screen here. So if you zoom out, not that far, you are on the other side of the thorn. You are on the opposite end of the Thorn's Edge forest. I said Wood's Edge. I meant Thornburg. Wood's Edge is Tricorn. But Thornburg is on the complete opposite end of the Thorn's Edge forest.
So we're on this end then, right? We're to
You
the
are right
east?
here. You are right here where the legally distinct marker is at.
Yes. I remember that from last time. So we're still in that area.
Yep.
And isn't this X where the map leads to?
Yep.
No, that's well,
that is-
yes, that's where,
That's where you're
meet up with the
supposed to
person.
meet the scholars.
Which,
And
if I
what-
remember correctly, is supposed to take like a day and a half. I think you said 2 days, day and a half to 2 days. I think.
On foot.
Yeah. Do you have our pumpkin, Mia?
One of you has the pumpkin.
Mia has
I've,
an
I've
extra
got it.
room.
Yeah. But,
Okay.
yeah. But Mia will be out in an hour or so.
In an hour, I'm just gonna say an hour passes by. You know, this isn't anything new that for anybody who's traveled with Mia. But Mia, you pop out middle of the field as well.
Same field?
Same field, same location, right next to you guys.
Sorry, I'm
Well-
still doing math over here.
Well, we were waiting for Mia that I've gotten like a little campfire going and cooked us up something for breakfast.
Sure. Are you just making a quick meal, or are you gonna try to prepare anything?
She'll try to prepare something.
Okay.
Something after the night we've had, we need a good meal. And since I know Mia's gonna be a little bit, I'll even spend like a little bit, try my hand a little bit at some hunting to see what's nearby.
Ooh,
per
okay.
game.
Go ahead and give me a survival roll here.
Can Spike help me? Just kidding. You'd scare him away, let's be honest. Survival. That's a 26.
Christ.
I rolled a 17.
Well, thankfully the grasslands around this area are not barren to wildlife, as you're able to procure enough game to provide everyone in the group here a very hearty meal.
Probably picked up small game, so rabbits, the like.
Do you have cooking utensils or a
I
chef's kit?
do.
Good, because in order to cook anything special, you need one of those. So go ahead and, as you were preparing this, go ahead and give me a survival roll using those utensils.
Using utensils. Ooh, almost not 20. That's a 28.
28.
19 plus 9 is 28. Yes.
Okay. So
Okay, high wisdom character.
everyone who partakes in this meal. First off, Val, what did you make everyone?
Oh, let's see. It's breakfast time, so we'll probably make whatever version of bacon I can make out of. It's not pig bacon, obviously, but it's rabbit bacon. Probably made a little some like breakfast stew like items. You know, I have cooking utensils, but I have like flour and the stuff in there to try and make like some version of pancakes.
Yeah.
So pancakes, bacon, pull pieces out, make sausage out of it, that type. And then a breakfast stew out of the rest.
So, everyone here, you are going to get 12 temporary hit points.
Very nice.
And on your next saving throw, you will have advantage. Regardless of the saving throw, you will have advantage.
Oh, so, me and 12 for Spike.
But
Okay.
after your meal, and after Mia is done prepping,
With the meal set aside for when she comes out.
Yeah, she goes straight for that meal when she comes out. Steps out of the door and it's like, oh, the house is missing. Oh, is that food? Oh, that food smells good. We can deal with the house later.
I'm just
Fresh.
happy to be out of the house personally.
Honestly, I'm with you. But not like that
I
place.
don't know how to feel about that house.
Yeah.
I didn't mind
No,
it
thank
so
you.
much. I mean, the whole like being trapped in the room thing, a little frightening, but once you
Yeah.
got over the horror of that, kind of quaint.
No, there is nothing horrifying about that to me. It was the fact that we had no choice and couldn't leave. Everything about this woman since we've met her and her family have been said to be a choice, yet there was no choice. I don't like that.
I suppose maybe I'm a little more used to that sort of thing than most. That was another of Mother's punishments when she was in a mood. You know, go to your room, and then she takes the door away.
I've heard of parents taking the doors off, not hiding them so you can't come out.
The windows, too.
Charming.
There's a lot to unpack there for another day.
I don't like not having a choice. Pisses me off.
Understandable.
Well, vampires do have a tendency of treating anything and everyone like a possession, so...
That they do.
They're not the only race, let's be honest, but in this area,
Also true.
this is where they rain.
Almost like a doll being put in a cabinet. Not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah. I'm tired of being the doll.
At least we're out of the cabinets now.
For now.
So we've run across another one that demands our presence.
I swear, if we come across more people like that, it's just gonna piss me off even more. But it seems like we may have something ahead that we need to do. From your little visitor the other night.
Yes. Al, I do believe you have that information?
What was that?
Doesn't Alistair have that information? Where we're going?
I do, but I forgot.
You've got the map.
Well, we did.
You
We
have the
talked
map.
about it last night,
Yeah.
technically. So
They-
we
yeah,
did
they-
discuss
yeah.
it.
They gave you the little marker on your map as to where to meet them.
All right, I got a map, and I'm just like, yeah, it's right here, and I just follow that way.
Following the map. The map.
All right, are you going by foot or are you busting the pumpkin out?
What pumpkin? I don't know anything about no pumpkin.
Oh right, you don't know about the pumpkin. Yeah, I'm gonna
Nope.
pull that pumpkin out. I mean, we've got it. We might as well use it,
What better place to use it than here, too?
right?
Yeah, we already
Yeah, we
ate
don't
I
have to
drive?
buy
pumpkin.
What's that?
Well,
I didn't hear what
Can I
Raven.
drive?
I didn't hear what
Oh,
Raven said.
sorry, Raven.
I said, Mia,
Oh,
we just finished eating. Why a pumpkin?
Oh, this is our transportation.
It's too early, but are you drunk?
Not yet.
honestly, I've seen some weird shit.
I can fit in that.
Well, as it is, I don't think any of us can fit in it, but it does get larger, and I'll place it down on the ground. And I don't remember how we activate it, if it's like an activation word or if it is a button, but I'm sure Mia remembers, and she'll do it.
And as you do it,
activate the
you activate the pumpkin and it transforms into that very nice looking carriage being pulled by the two nightmare with your undead-esque driver waiting for you.
all aboard.
Honestly, I think our carriage might be nicer than the one we rode in earlier. And we get the option.
Are
I'll
there
sit up in the
any-
front. Oh, no, we have a driver. Never mind. I'll get in with Spike.
two things while we're having breakfast. Iriko is gonna sit next to Val and Spike, and she's going to tear off, like whenever she has a piece of bacon, she's gonna like tear it in half and give half to Spike.
Trying to steal her dragon, damn.
Right?
I mean, and Spike's a dragon. He's not really gonna say no to free meat.
Yeah. And then is there a field mouse that I can see in the field?
Give me a let's call it a nature check.
Nature. Oh, 18.
18. You do see a couple field mice like every now and then again popping their heads up out of like some of the lower grass in the field.
All right, I want to try and capture one alive.
Give me a survival check.
Oh, 17 plus 7. That's 24.
You're easily enough. It probably takes about 5 minutes, but you're able to scoop up one of the field mice that you saw just like sort of hopping around, curious about the smell of food and everything. You're able to just easily secure it.
Cool. So while I have it secured, I'm gonna, have like a spare satchel, stick it in there, wrap it up, tie it tight. And then I'm going to
Rat bag, got it.
ritually. Yep, gonna ritually cast a deep focus.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the conclusion of my spell, I'm going to initiate Hex. I'm going to hex the field mouse I just caught.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kill the field mouse.
Okay.
So I now have a no need concentration casting of Hex active in the next 24 hours.
Clever.
Or mouse.
Well, I feed the mouse to Spike.
You
if
had
he
it
wants
coming.
Congratulations, mouse. You're a spell component.
Yep, spell component and a snack for Spike.
I mean, that's what we gotta do.
And Spike kind of
Fine.
like looks at the
Ian
mouse
carries
and
around
he's
a
like,
cage of mice.
"No, thanks." Kind of just shakes his head.
All right. Well, I will give the mouse a shallow grave
Okay.
and thank it for providing me with Hex for the next 24 hours.
Let's be real. Spike probably had a plate of food in front of him too.
Pancakes, sausage, bacon. Probably like leftover of whatever you didn't use.
I should save some of the good cuts for him. This is Spike. Can't just give
This
him
is true.
scraps.
But yeah, so after turning the mouse into a spell component and climbing onto your carriage, you are quickly whisked away on this very comfortable carriage for those of you who have stepped foot into it for the first time. But it doesn't take too long. Thankfully, because of the speed and everything, you are there in half a day's time. But as you arrive, wait, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, while we're traveling, I do want to ask everyone real quick,
Okay.
since our carriage is probably the safest place we've been in since arriving on this continent. Do we want to take this opportunity to let our benefactors, let's say, know about these other vampire houses and what they've propositioned of us? I did prepare sending, just in case.
Yes, because I know what most of you were doing the other night, and normally I'd be all for that, but considering these circumstances, I can't in good conscience follow that plan alongside you all. So, despite me doing that or not, I am still loyal to our original benefactors. So I believe letting them know their apparent rival has it out for them. I may try to get some information about them of their recent events would probably be a good heads up for them overall.
I second that. I mean, I had no intentions of hiding this from them.
Me either. Especially since it is let me get this correct, the uncle of Nalani's husband. Yes, I think that
Yes.
is correct.
I don't know
And
why.
since-
I don't know why I'm nodding, because I know Zorro knows who it is.
I know, it's chemic record, yeah.
Maybe it's just taking a minute.
Why are you having it? So, I mean, I don't know how much Lonnie knows them or trusts them, but by proxy, I'm going to choose to trust them. So any information that would help assist them would probably be a good idea.
Agreed. Now, as you know, sending is limited. So what information specifically, very specifically, do we want to tell them?
Well, if we have to make it short and sweet, let them know. Probably should give the name instead of just the overall house, specifically, since she told us herself that her specifically was slighted by them. So mentioned that the Lady Isolde is trying to convert us. Maybe a mild threat to go against them, do some past, fights, whatever that they've had. Basically, something along the lines of giving them the name, they're trying to convert us. Some of us are pretending just to information gather. We're still loyal to you, but condense that.
And if there's a way to fit in the fact that we might have lied about who gave us their pins, it might be helpful for them to know that information. If there's no room, though, what can make sense to spice this?
Yeah, that too. I technically mentioned the house, just not a name behind the house.
We refuse to give a name.
Okay. Anything else that we feel is vitally important? We have a little bit left in the message.
That they forced
Oh,
us
we
to
should
go into that
probably.
creepy-
Yeah, we should probably let them know. I think the cult information should stay on hold in the meantime, since we only got very little information. So maybe let them know that we were teleported near their safe house on the other side of the woods. So we are much further away than we were just yesterday.
We are just north of Silas Bog right now, yes?
Go back to the map real quick. Uh, yes, because we do have a
A
map.
little
So, yes.
northwest, but yeah.
We're between the Blighted Scar and Silas Bog. That might be too long, so whichever you prefer. Although giving them our soon-to-be location might be better, saying that we are south of the Blighted Scar,
True.
since that's where we are intending to be. Still gives a location, at least.
Why did the map makers of this realm give these places 2-word names instead of 1-word names?
Because
Makes my job difficult.
because the map maker used a name generator.
Must be real proud of himself.
Nope.
I mean, the cities are one names. Not the forts, but the other cities.
Okay, I got the message.
Okay.
So I am going to cast Sending.
Okay.
Send the message to our good benefactor, Ash's brother, whose name I totally remember right now.
Lies.
That's the one.
Lias.
I thought you just said
That's the one.
lies.
Lies!
Lies, Manelli. No, Lias.
You know, Lias was teased with that growing up. His nickname was Lying Lias.
Not when you're a noble vampire. No one fucks with that shit.
All of them going to bed Ashton.
Except for his family.
Yeah.
Ash probably did.
Yeah, so I will send a message to him.
Okay.
The message will be, Countess Isolde propositioned us to act against your house. Situation diffused, but eyes are on us. Your name is safe. En route to Blighted Scar.
Okay. Mia, you took one of Isolde's pins, right?
I did,
Okay.
but it is currently inside of my bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, can we check that shit? I meant to mention that earlier at breakfast. If I open up, like, everything's cool. Everything's Gucci.
Everything in your bags of holding is fine.
Okay, it was just the dimensional thumb. Okay.
So When you send that message, a bit of concern washes over you as you feel that Lias has gotten your message, but so has someone else. So no response is given to you.
Is there anything that I can do to maybe try to determine with greater certainty who that other recipient was?
Sure.
I mean, I have my suspicions, but I don't want to just act on suspicions.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
You
That
fucked up.
is going to be a 26.
A 26.
Well, I figured something like this might happen, but
So
it was an important message to deliver.
you haven't. Something clicks in your head as you're sitting there and you're kind of trying to figure out how somebody else is tapping into your sending spell. And just now, you remember seeing some details on these pins, little arcane runes that seem to be like finely inscribed into the gold themselves. And it takes a moment, but you're able to put it together that these pins, while they do sort of announce to the world that you are under the protection of one of the houses, acts as sort of a enchantment as well. Almost a permanent, well, not permanent, but constant scrying spell.
Bitch.
So I'll pull the pin out of my bag and look it over as I kind of come to that conclusion. Then I'll hold it up and point out those inscriptions to everyone.
What is that?
Seems we are, as I'm sure most of us surmised, being watched via these pins.
Oh, perfect.
Means that the message that I just delivered had a secondary recipient, but I have no reason to believe that that recipient knows anything more than the message itself. I mean, there was important information in that message, but there wasn't really any revealing information in that message.
We are free to go about our business however we want, so it's not like she told us where to go.
It's just the message.
Well, they could be used to watch us at any given time, I'm sure. I assume it's much like the scrying spell. You know, you can watch anybody at any time, but you do have to actively watch them. I would be quite surprised and frankly impressed if they had a means to constantly record what was being scried without someone actively watching. I'm going to actually make a note of that. I should look into that later for myself.
Perhaps we should
Can we just
dispel the
dispel
magic
these?
on there. Exactly. I don't like being spied on.
Yes. That, I suppose, is possible. Look, I know I'm a great wizard, but I don't have that spell, okay?
Of course not. Dispel magic, prestidigitation, you don't need shit.
Does Mia say does Mia say I'm a great wizard out loud
She
for
does.
all of us to hear?
Yes.
Yeah, like
There.
she Yuriko doesn't even hide it. She just rolls her eyes and does like.
Like you're any better.
Like
That also means the plans we discussed last night probably could have been overheard.
Yes.
They were overheard regardless because of
Oh yeah, apparently that place
the
has
peepee Tom.
Yep.
a persistent problem with a individual who likes to peep on people.
I do have a different means of suppressing the inscriptions on these pins, but it's not something that I can do inside of this cart. I'll have to do it after we reach our destination.
I forgot because I was looking at my spells and I'm like, I never took prestidigitation. Why is it on my spell list? And I'm like,
Because
oh,
you were
it's because of
forced.
my item.
I
It's because of
forced
my
it on your
item.
item.
It's like, right. Yeah.
Wizard without prestidigitation is like a warlock without Eldritch Blast. What the hell's wrong with you?
Look, as of
I
as
took it
of-
eventually.
You know what? I meant to do this at breakfast, and my brain just farted because I was writing down some notes. I would like to ritually, I can talk, cast detect magic and see if I can, if there was any kind of little bug that was planted on any of us that was a magic item that should not be there.
There were no bugs planted on you. And like you do cast detect magic and everything, like pretty much every one of your allies is already like a glowing beacon, like
Right.
given all the magic items that you carry on yourselves. So not really much you can tell out of anything. So
And I see it from the pins too.
yeah, from the pins
Okay.
themselves, though the pins aren't glowing. The pins are not magic.
Fuck you, pins. Well, this is interesting. Technically have a means to dispel magic, yet oddly enough, these pins are not glowing magic, so there's something about these runes that are adding to it. Could I make a check to see, like, if there's something,
Well,
if runes are specific to it? I know runes can be magical, but if there's something that separates runes from magic, but still make runes magical, if that makes sense.
we can test that. I have runes on my person. I have draconic runes inscribed into pebbles, essentially.
Yep. So you know that like in your travels, you've seen runes on items and on doorways and everything. And they've like, if they were enchanted with anything, they have always given off a very distinct aura to them. But the pins themselves don't look like they're giving off any sort of magical magical glow or any essence on them. They look like simple mundane items.
Perhaps these runes are just identifying markers so that the scryer can target specific pins.
Yes, which was another thing I was thinking of, that only when it's active when the user is specifically using it.
Yes.
That makes it a little
wanna
better,
snap
but
the
still
rune?
unsettling.
Yes, and unfortunately, that also means that we can't really prevent ourselves from being scryed upon through these pins unless we have something that actually protects us as people from scrying.
Let's be honest. Unless I'm misremembering what I learned about scrying, don't you just have to have an object they can scry upon and they can scry upon it?
Pretty much, yes.
Mia,
Doesn't
The
matter if it's
object
one of these
is
pens or something
known
else.
to them.
Mia, you got like a 21-ish on your arcane, correct?
26, I think is what it was.
26, yeah.
26. So as you're talking, you remember that you identified this as an enchantment, as it kind of sinks in that the item itself hasn't been enchanted, but you have.
How interesting.
Dispel you.
Cast dispel or dispel magic on a wizard. They wisp away like Thanos snapped.
And why am I picturing someone with the holy water going to save you? And poof goes the wizard.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Elminster.
Well, I was gonna say throw the pins away, but
Gale
I
wisping
explained
away.
your unnatural glow.
Oh, I'm always glowing.
I meant the unnatural part of it.
Well, it seems that yes, we are the subject of the enchantment, and the pins were just a delivery system.
To be clear, you are.
Yes.
Well, whoever took the pin. I don't remember who
Yes.
took the pins. I'm just attacking Mia personally because that's the only one I know that has the pin.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
That's okay. Valiana also took a pin. So.
Who all took the pin? I actually don't know who took pins.
So any pin you take is going to put an enchantment on you, giving the holder of that house free access to scry on you anytime they wish.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that was
Lias
my
has that on us
next.
too.
Lias
My
has it
next
on you
step
as well.
was,
I'm okay
yeah.
with that, honestly.
I'm
mean, I'm
not.
So you're
not.
saying is I should go to a brothel.
I'm just as not okay with him doing it as I am with the Countess doing it, because he had ample opportunity to tell us that he did it, and he did not.
Well, that's why I said out of character I'm fine. In character, Chemic still would not be okay with that, but
And
She can gladly look at all this.
honestly, I had a suspicion the pins were doing something like that.
I mean,
I didn't know they were changing us, but I assume they're being used to scry.
and as you're having this conversation, you sort of feel the cart come to a sudden jolt as it vanishes, and you all like fall to your ass onto the ground as a surge of like almost negative magic sort of just sweeps through the area.
That's not cool,
And
bro.
as like you're looking around a bit confused, you notice that you're not alone.
Oh no.
As all around you, you see demons locked in combat with the scholars from House Vandross. Off near a little bit more north from you, two finely robed scholars holding large ring staves are in a struggle trying to seal an open tear. As you can look over and you can see just this orange glow emanating from this tear in the rifts. Every now and then another demon like pulls out and is instantly engaged with another one of these scholars. The scholar that had met you guys earlier in the tavern looks over and just shouts, "We've got the demons. Help the other two seal the gates."
I forgot. Do we want to help these people? Is this? I forgot. It's been a hot minute. I'm sorry.
House Vandross is the house that like they're the knowledge keepers. They're the ones who hold the lore and the history of this land.
They're the only ones
I
that
like
have
nerds.
actually
Yeah, they're
been
the
like
nerds.
genuinely nice to us so far.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I haven't been fucked over by them. Yeah, I'll help them. I'll start running towards the thing.
No, wait, come back.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yuriko, like, just, you know, like, you know, I mean, it's not really unsheathing. She just, like, basically unhooks her
Unhook.
dire boomerang off her back and slams on the ground. She's like, I'm not really a wizard.
And like
Yeah.
she sees you unsling the boomerang and she nods. She's like, protect them. Do not let any coming from the gate harm them. They are the only ones who can close this.
How far away is everyone fighting from us? Like the farthest away.
Huge circular area. You're probably looking at like ranging anywhere from closer to 10 feet to about like 80 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be able to help everyone, but if I can, as we approach the center where the rift is, to help the nearby people, I'm going to release a potency of the pack and give everyone pack tactics.
Okay.
And it's just to limit the number of people. It's anyone I designate within 25 feet radius. So everyone within 25 foot of this rift is now pack tactics that's on our side.
Okay. As you walk by and you activate pack tactics, you can see that the battle for those people have now started to turn in their favor. As
basically trying to help it not close in on us.
Yeah, they like see, like the people who are fighting seemingly get the idea that they now work better as a team, and they start like double and triple teaming the demons.
Perfect.
Damn.
And that includes all of us as well.
They're doing it, Peter.
Azarin is once again frozen. I don't know if Azarin. Yeah, Azarin's there. Okay, cool.
Hey, sir.
Sorry, my camera's...
Everyone do the pose.
He was like in a high
like I said,
pose.
it does not do this when I DM. It only does this when I'm a player, and I have no idea why it does it. It's so weird. I have way more shit open when I'm DMing.
Okay.
Because it's a camera. It does what it wants.
So
I mean, yeah.
Are you taking up like a frontal like defensive position in front of these
Yeah,
these
like
scholars?
the closest caster that's doing the whatever spell to close the rift, I'm like 5 feet in front of that one, or however like grouping they're set up as, and I'm just like defensive position.
Remind me real quick, who in our party is melee fighters?
Oi.
Spike.
Everyone but the two of us, essentially. Although you're ranged melee. You're ranged melee.
Yeah.
I think, right, Val? Yeah.
Yeah, Valiana prefers to stay ranged, but she can do melee.
What
What
type of weapon does Cass use?
Pick one of the like 8 long swords he's carrying.
I think you're sword and board, aren't you?
Like longsword.
A collection of long swords and a shield.
Swords
gotcha.
and
Okay.
board.
So if I have time before the initiative starts, basically, I will cast a thing on Cass's weapon of choice, but if not, I'll wait until
Go right ahead. Nope, go right ahead. The initiative has not started yet.
So I'll approach Cass and ask him to draw his sword of choice.
Okay, I pull the center one out of the back
and,
holster.
I will press my finger against the spine of the blade, and then as I draw my finger down the length of it, I will just speak in several languages at once. Hunger.
That's not cool.
And then a slit will open up on the side of the blade as an eye opens on it.
Oh great,
As
you just
I
made
im-
Soul Edge.
I imbue it with Soul Eater.
Soul Edge.
So as long as I'm
I approve.
concentrating on this, it lasts an hour. It emits dim light in a 30-foot radius, and attacks made with it deal an extra 2d8 necrotic damage on a hit. I imagine it's already a magic weapon, so it wouldn't get the +1. But
MCR music. Thank you for that 1,000 bits. Advantage to Yuriko. Because
nice.
those bits do technically count towards extra life.
I keep forgetting that bits exist. That's awesome.
So does Moses Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So Raven, anytime you hit with that weapon, it does an extra 2d8 necrotic. It's glowing, and
Oh, no,
should I choose
Malls,
to,
I
I
am-
can make it explode.
Malls, I'm going to work with you as to what this is gonna pertain, since you gifted 5 subs. So look for a DM from me.
The new creature.
What? How much? How technically 5 subs is what?
It's $5 a pop.
$5 a pop. So
it's
about
$6 now. Actually, they upped the price.
That's right, they did.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yeah, it's $6 a pop now.
So 30 bucks.
30 bucks.
6 times 5, 30.
What would that be on here?
That would be
That would
advantage
be-
to someone and a health potion, I think.
Well, it would be any combination of 25
Or
and
auto
more.
success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Malls, on the extra life sheet, yeah, you do have $30 to play with on who you want to give it to.
Oh, and with that, she's leaving. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Oh shit.
Oh.
Wait. Okay. I'll let you think on that as you cast Soul Eater on cast his sword. You all begin to take your positions, you know, making just a front-facing bulwark in front of the 2 ring staff-wielding scholars, trying to like fight this, seal this gate. Give an auto success to Gilly because we're both allergic to the same stupid thing.
Yay, allergy? Thank you.
And as you begin to like get ready, like for whatever is coming through, everything goes silent.
Uh-oh.
And you notice
Mage armor.
that everything around you, the demons, the scholars, everything vanish. As you hear the clanging of those ring staffs fall to the ground. And almost within an instant,
Am I dead?
you feel weightlessness as you are pulled into this gateway.
Oh shit.
And as you are pulled into the gate, darkness takes all of you.
Grab me now, bitches. Just kidding.
I don't want a nap.
Are we unconscious or are
Yeah,
we in
unconscious.
darkness?
Unconscious.
Okay. I
Oh.
need okay.
No,
I specifically need to know the
No,
difference.
you are unconscious. As you pretty much feel like all of the air just pulled out of your lungs and you just pass out. Before we get to where you guys are headed, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here. So we're going to get up, stretch our legs,
Oh,
all that fun
goodness.
stuff, and we will be right back.
You want to judge me? I judge
Like,
you.
like everything
We're
was
back.
fine until the trial, and then shit went tits up.
So,
Hi, how's it going?
yo. After
Yo.
darkness takes you, as you fall unconscious being pulled into this gateway, a bit of time passes. As slowly but surely, I swear to God, if this gets us sound striked again.
Oh no, is it wind? Are you playing more wind?
I'm playing wind.
Sorry,
Oh, God.
Twitch.
Not the wind.
Not the wind.
The Twitch bot says it's copyrighted.
Here, I'll put music on as well, so it's not just.
Oh, so it's whispering wind, even worse.
You slowly,
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your
one
ear.
by one, begin to awaken. Your head's racked with pain, almost as if you just had woken up for a night of heavy drinking. No longer are you on that open plain overlooking a desolate land surrounded by forests. But now you are on almost a you're almost on a never-ending plain of alien-like clay. Harsh winds whipping by you. Almost to the degree, almost to the speeds to where it could start cutting flesh at any moment. The sky is very it's hard to put into words. I've never seen a sky look quite like this. You're not sure if it's even sky. Constantly changing colors to match the land around you, to orangish reds, to dark violets, and even just pitch black. Though you may not know where you are, the evil in this area is so prevalent you can taste it. Everything about it, everything around you just feels wrong. Every voice in your mind screaming, begging you to leave. But on this infinite plane, there doesn't seem to be anywhere to go. And as you slowly and weakly begin to pick yourselves up, an individual steps out amongst one of the multiple crevice shadows, dressed completely in a very strange looking pinstripe suit. His limbs way too long, making it uncomfortable for you to look at. Long, spindly fingers, seemingly with small mouths at each of the tips. Skin taut pulled back over a very well-defined skull. No eyes, no nose, but a very wide, grinning mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. Small bowler hat sitting on top of its head. Even the way it walks is unnatural. Sort of very elongated steps with its long legs as it's hunched down and it's letting the fingers drag on the ground as it gets closer to you. Stopping about 20 feet, giving you all a respectable berth. Kind of just whips up, straightening himself up. Sort of looks at all of you. Though he does not have eyes, he seems to be aware of your presence. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Here I was given the task to bring you all here, and I thought it was going to be a chore. That I was going to have to devise some grand scheme, beat you into submission. But all I had to do was open a small tear, and you all came rushing into the trap like rats after cheese. You humanoids are a strange lot.
I'm sorry, who are you and what is this place?
I was going to lead with what are you, but sure.
What are you and who is this place?
Well, what I am is, at the moment, your host and your only point of salvation. Salvation being a relative term here. As to who I am, or what I am, I'm a stitcher by trade.
You make clothes.
Do I recognize his connotation of the profession?
You do not. This is something foreign even to you. Clothes, people, pieces of art, whatever strikes my fancy at the time. As for where, well, I would bid you welcome to one of the multiple unnamed planes of the abyss.
The Abyss.
The abyss, yes.
We asked the most important question, which is why.
Why? Well,
why are you
that's...
hunting us?
Oh, I'm not
Yes.
hunting anyone. I was more sent to offer an invitation. Though my kind is seldomly welcomed on your plane of existence.
Yes, there's a reason for that.
Yuriko over here would probably try to smite me if she could, if I set foot on the material.
I tell him in Infernal, I do more than smite you.
He kind of like tilts his head and he's like, I'm sorry, I don't speak the language of the lessers.
You said invitation. Invitation implies that we can turn it down.
Oh, no. Invitation, it was just a means to bring you here unscathed.
Yeah, see, I'm not liking my last 24 hours of not being able to have a fucking choice in what I do, so fuck your invitation. Why are we here?
Tough crowd. Here I am keeping you alive and under the radar here, and you're treating me like this.
But you're also the one that brought us here.
True.
Unwillingly.
Can't expect us to say thank you for that.
Well, if you did say thank you for that, that would be very weird.
Precisely.
Most of your kind don't want to have anything to do with this place, given the adverse effects it has on people like you. But
Yeah, not a fan of being in the one place that's worse than the hells.
Out of character, Rojan, do I still feel like I have access to my hex spell?
all of my wizards and spellcasters, can you give me a check using your spellcasting skill?
Oh, we just roll against our DC?
I mean,
Nope, just your spellcasting skill, whatever
okay.
stat you use to roll. So like for you would be charisma.
So dice plus whatever
Can
our
I just-
casting stat is. Okay.
Yes.
Can I go ahead and use that auto success Moss gave me?
I mean,
don't
if
like
you
what I
want,
rolled.
if you want to.
Yes. I
Okay.
don't like what I rolled. I rolled a 1.
I don't need to spell cast.
I cast fist.
Yes.
You're like the only
Exactly.
one.
And my spell, our modifier
So yours
is
would be intelligence.
17.
18 here.
Dirty 20.
I got a 27.
Jesus. So every one of you, seeing this individual sort of kind of grandstanding in front of all of you, your first thought is to instantly prepare to go and tap into the divine, to tap into the arcane, to tap into the eldritch, whatever. But you're feeling the connection severed. You may just have no access to your spells.
What about the unorthodox methods of magic? Like the Etrin spellbook, for instance. I mean, those spells come from him, right?
Those spells do come from him. If you had him.
Yeah.
Do we have our regular books?
You have you then look for your gear. You look to your gear, your weapons. Nothing.
Wait, none of our weapons, none of our
Are you
gear?
naked?
You have your armor. They left you with your armor. But your weapons, your equipment, your gear, any miscellaneous magic items, your bags of holding have been taken from you.
Is my pocket watch on me?
Nope.
Is Spike still here?
Spike is not here.
I just resummoned my boomerang.
Yeah.
It can't be taken from me.
It can't be taken from you. And he kind of just shakes his head. He's like, Yuriko, let's not do this.
Where the fuck is Spike?
The fuck is a spike?
The dragon that was with me, where is he?
We didn't pull in any dragon.
Seeing
I don't know
Yuriko
what-
being able to resummon her boomerang, I would like to try to summon my grimoire, because Apocrypha did give that ability to us wizards when they altered our gear.
That's true. So we can, like, Thor hammer it.
And you Thor hammer your grimoire back to you. I'm warning you all. Make any sort of violent motion towards me, and my beloved muscle is going to have to step in.
This is more like security being forced into a place we didn't agree to, so coming prepared just in case.
Well, you have your books. Congratulations, you can read all the magic you want. You still can't cast here. Unless one of us gives you that pleasure.
Can you
Why?
just tell us what you want, dude?
Only
I'm getting to
imagine.
that, but you're all jumping to theatrics. Summoning your books, summoning your weapons. Trying to tell you why you're here, and you keep interrupting me.
Go on.
Kind of like looks over you guys. Beloved, step out of the shadows. What I tell them next is probably going to make them start swinging, and I don't want to get the suit dirty. And as he says that, slithering out from behind all of you, from like a deep crevice, is this large two-headed Merilith. One head a human like female, the other a red dragon. You can see very obvious stitch marks along the neck and everything. Now, as to why you're here, unless anybody else wants to do anything else.
There's a lot I'd love to do right now, but you go ahead.
Oh, if there's one sort of audience I love, it's a captive one. Now, you were all summoned here, invited, against your will, maybe, because I was paid to acquire you. A certain newly formed hired demon wishes to ensure that you're taken care of as to their plans are not foiled. You've already given his cult a bit of a bloody nose on that island. So he's elected to have you taken care of. Right then and now. Not by me, not by her. We're meant to deliver you. And then he could decide whatever he wants to do with you.
We barely touched your little cult.
Not my cult. I don't do cults. Ugh.
That's all it
By
took.
you,
Maybe
I
with
mean
a
your
bloody nose.
kind.
My kind?
Whatever cult thing that you are doing, which now at least we know is somewhat
Again,
related.
lumping me in with the cultists. I'm not a part of the cult. I'm a freelance mercenary, I guess. Being paid handsomely, I might add. Though I could help you.
How?
By you helping me. See, this newly formed or newly seated pain in the ass who so readily wants you taken care of is a bit of the thorn in my own side. So why not turn it against him? You take him out, I get you out of here. It's a win-win. I get his seat, you get a one-way trip back to the material, and we never have to see each other again. Or you can tell me to royally go fuck myself, as I can see in the eyes of many of you wish to tell me right now. And then we just take you to him and let him do as he pleases.
I see no difference in your plan other than we still go see him and
Ah.
deal with them.
No, see, here is the great part. You agree to work with me. I'll give you your stuff back. And I'll give you your magic back. Aside from things like dimensional door, teleportation, anything that could really get you off this plane of existence and have you double crossing me.
Speaking of double crossing, you might offer a small solution to a problem we have.
Aside from being trapped in the abyss, a pretty big problem there.
Yes, but we're being unwillingly scryed upon by some vampire houses who supply pins.
Oh, that's...
Can you just remove that problem for us?
Rather than that, can you just give us something that stops us from being scryed upon?
I can stop them from scrying on you. I can take away the enchantment that's on you. I can destroy every little vampire house on that island if you'd like. All you have to do first is get rid of him.
Is he telling the truth?
You can't tell.
Fuck.
It's not working.
Come on, Haggai, do it!
Personally,
Personally,
You can insight check.
he's giving me a
Can make is trying
personally
to
he's
use
giving me a
it.
solution to this fucking problem, and I want to take it.
The question.
I mean, not to say that it's the worst offer we've heard, but at least he's being theoretically honest, which is more than I can say for the vampire houses thus far.
I wouldn't say it's the first team I've
23.
worked with.
You got a what?
23.
Even that high, you can't tell. There is bits of honesty in there, but at the same time, it's almost masked.
Hard to read an expression when he only has half a face.
He's all monotone. That's all it is.
Hard to read a
We
demon.
Can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we agree to anything, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this demon problem of yours?
It's less of a problem and more, I want what he has.
Typical of your kind.
Hey,
And
down here, power rules. And right
I
now,
assume there's a reason preventing you from just doing it yourself.
oh, yes. The fact that in regards to martial prowess, he has me beat on a scale hundreds of times. So I need my own muscle. And who better but you?
What's this
Well.
demon's name?
I'm not
Yes,
giving
it's
you
in it.
his name.
Not like his true name, just a name that they go by.
We've been calling him the Dread Chimera.
Already a lovely name. Well, do you mind giving us but a moment? Although I do have one question. If you wanted this seat so bad, why didn't you just hire other people in the meantime to do it for you? Why us? Why now?
Well, I tried to hire others and none of them really wished to attempt taking him on. And besides, if they took him on, they probably try to take the seat of power themselves. So I'm doing a bit of outside contracting. I can trust you to take care of him. And since none of you here are of a demonic nature, you have no claim to his seat. Meaning, it would go to me as I hired you.
And what guarantee do we have that
All
you're not
for
going
it.
to double-crossed us?
Oh, you don't. But it's either I give you a fighting chance, or we all just have a merry multi-month walk to the to his little domicile on this infinite plane, and then he can do whatever he wishes.
And when you take power, what will you do with his little cult?
Cults. First thing I'm gonna do is disband it. I don't need them. I have different plans than trying to overtake the material or dominate the vampires or whatever it is he wants to do.
So aside from not knowing his plans exactly, if we were to help you, do you have anything on this chimera as far as weaknesses and whatnot to perhaps give us an upper hand?
If I knew any of his weaknesses, I would have already tried to exploit them.
That is fair.
Though I know
It's
this
like
one,
power
as he points
situation.
over to Yuriko, has a personal grudge against him.
Dealing in demons, are we?
Call it childhood trauma.
Ah, classic.
Yuriko, does that imply that you might want to kill a demon?
I want to kill lots of demons, but there's one in particular that needs to die.
Oh, join up with me, kid, and you can kill him.
Well, I think we
Again,
need a
if-
moment to discuss.
Exactly.
No, take all the time you need, but I'll let you know that that corruptive influence that this plane has on your people is going to start seeping in at any point in time, and then that's just a ticking time bomb for all of you. Oh, by the way, if any of you die down here, there's no bringing you back. Keep that in mind. Play it safe. I mean, otherwise I'll look forward, to watching you mature as a demon. It should be fun.
Rather
Give us a
not.
moment.
Go right ahead. He sort of just like walks away as like the Merilith follows him.
So aside from the stitched head of the dragon on the Merilith, would I recognize the Merilith as a Merilith?
Yes. Carrying
Yeah.
armed head to toe with various melee weapons.
Yeah.
My dumbass over here doesn't know what a Merilith is. I'm like, a what?
I'm with you.
What?
I'm with you.
And it's like, she's just like, she's just like, fucker would have a Merilith. Or whatever the fuck that was.
Oh.
That's what a Merilith is.
But two-headed, you said.
Two-headed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a
Oh.
interesting Naga thing. Okay.
It is
I'm gonna
the
call it Greg.
it is the slap chop of the abyss is what it is.
That's actually a really good way to put it.
Okay.
And
Oh,
like she
there-
and she like looks at the party and she goes, "This we can't fight the Merilith."
No,
I
but
didn't think we were
I'd
going.
also like to be given a fighting chance instead of hand delivered to something. I mean,
Agreed.
it's a forceful decision. I'm not too happy about it, but
Who I'm after is an
Still a
abyssal
choice we
lord.
get.
I'd rather fight the Merilith.
To be honest, I'd rather not to fight anything down here, but since once again we are not given a choice, if I had
we're
to
either going to
pick,
be
then yes, I would choose siding with that one over there at least.
So it wouldn't be the first deal I've made with something. I think that's hybrid.
this is one of those lesser of two evils problems. At least one we can kill.
We may not
Indeed.
really have a choice here, but I do think there is a little more room for bargaining.
We'll
Agreed.
agree with that.
Especially if we were to be given our items to have a moment to test them, so there's no bullshit. Jump into the fray, pick a fight perhaps, and then the first spell we cast fizzles.
No.
It
You
wouldn't
can
the
be
first time
assured
that's
there's no
happened.
way we're going to have any opportunity to attack that one.
Or he could be lying, and then we try to attack, and our spells just fizzle.
Well, I would up to him if he wants to believe us or not, but have us test a non-threatening spell.
It's not how
For Pete's
demons
sake, just
work.
Bold
Kinnick.
earth or something.
Just that I
You
can
don't-
summon
They
Spike.
don't deal with contracts. There's no
I didn't
honor
say a
among.
contract.
I know their deals are negotiable to the very end.
Well, that's
And
why we're
every-
going to negotiate. As Mia said.
Definitely needs to negotiate for something to give us an edge. If what we're going to be fighting is worse than that, we're going to need it.
I'm not saying any fight is going to be easy or is easier by any means, but the ability to at least not feel weak or useless would be nice. To have that option.
Out of character, Rojan, I do know this asshole's name, right?
What's that?
I do know this asshole's name, right?
You don't.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why it's been so hard tracking him down.
Oh, because I'm just using the boomerang as a divining rod.
Yep. Like
Basically, you've got a one-horn demon problem, don't you?
Yep.
Stupid red demon problem. Well, Mia, since you spoke up, any thoughts you had for potential negotiations?
Um, yes. Although, admittedly, I'm sure this comes as absolutely no surprise to anyone here. I was just thinking about my own personal gain.
Of what this time?
Well, I think it's quite interesting that we have no access whatsoever to the weave down here, and yet the creatures of this plane are still quite capable of using their own form of magic. I want that form of magic.
No, you don't.
I want every form of magic.
Not with the price it comes with, Mia.
I don't think Mia
You know why
cares.
you can't access the weave? The abyss is a realm of the mind. It breaks them. It feeds on them. It is utter and complete chaos.
Precisely.
I like chaos.
As he kind of like pops up with like his arm over Mia's shoulder, he's like, not wrong, but at the same time, it's because you don't have a key. Or what you would know as a permit. Permit. As you can't cast shit down here unless one of us says so. And I can give you those keys.
I want more than just those keys, though. If we are to assist you, and upon completion of this assistance,
You want a
I
demonic
want the
tutor.
ability to grant those keys.
Do you know what that would technically cost you? Especially something so delicious like you.
Watch your tongue.
Not many times we get a celestial down here, and it's not many times they yearn for power. Thinking of taking that plunge off the edge, falling like so many others have.
No, not at all. You see, I am very, very familiar with the power of Celestials at this point. And I have all the confidence that my power can overwhelm your own.
Mine, maybe. Ain't a magic drop of anything in me. So, things around here, I've seen horrors that would give the best of you everlasting nightmares. Magic that you have you haven't even dared to dream of. Can I give you the ability to grant keys? I'm going to be front with you. No. The only things that can grant keys down here are higher forms of demons. Now, if you wish to climb that social ladder, all you got to do is let the corruption take you, die and be reformed, climb up the hierarchy, kill a couple higher ranking demons, and then you can pass out those keys all willy-nilly if you like.
Well, I am all for killing demons, but I have no desire to be a part of your hierarchy. Perhaps, then, something of equivalence to this power. Doesn't have to be, I don't need to be able to hand out these literal keys to anyone, but to be able to control the type of magic that your kind wield down here. That is what I want.
You want to pretty much tap into the corruption.
Yes.
Well, that can
and
be
assert my own will over it.
That can be arranged. Again, not by me, no magic whatsoever, but I do know a guy. Do this for me, and I'll put you in touch with him. And you can start throwing chaotic Corrupted magic all over the place if you wish. First, you got to kill that guy.
I know a cow.
Before Mia gets a little too excited, but just to kind of put this forward, if we agree to do this, I would like to be granted permission, and any of my companions who would like to test to make sure there's no funny business with our magic. Not to you, just the ability to use it.
Well, once I give you the passes, you can, but I have to warn you. Any magic that you cast is going to set off an alarm. And anything within a certain mile radius, don't ask me what it is, it all depends on whatever's close by, is going to know that non-demons are here, and the dinner bell is going to be rang.
You can't do anything to mask that.
Unfortunately, no. I can give you a pass to cast the magic. That's it. But here in the Abyss, we hate wizards. Wizards constantly summon us, constantly try to bend us to their will, to dominate us. So anytime one of you little arcane spellflingers steps into our territory, that moment you cast that first spell, everything within range is going to want to feast on you. So be careful on what you do.
Well, in that case, I have two things.
That goes for the paladin especially.
Ravenball?
What, me?
What?
In that case, I have two things. One, before we do anything, you will bring Spike here.
I can't forcefully bring anyone here. I would have to open another tear, and that would just give all of you the ability to run through, which isn't happening.
Well, then you have to stop the demons from getting when I summon him.
What demons?
The ones you said will pounce on us as soon as we cast magic.
I can't stop them. If I'm caught aligning myself with any of you, let's just say my social credit down here is going to tank.
So it just makes it sound like he's kind of useless. Other than these keys, what do you have to offer us?
Well, the good news is we're actually able to feel, well, I can't speak for everyone, but at least for us magic user types, we can at least feel the flow of magic within us, so at least that gives us some form of assurance.
You should still be able to feel the weave inside you. You just can't tap into it.
Well, if we succeed and are getting rewards...
Yeah, your reward is being able to leave this place before the corruption takes over. It's a pretty damn good reward.
Still guarantee that corruption won't get in before we leave.
It depends on how fast you kill the guy. There's a timetable, there's a clock in play here for you. Me, I live in this hole. Given the way that all of you look, in your prime, healthy individuals here, I'd say you probably last at most a week before the corruption starts eating too much into you.
You give me too little credit.
On average.
Fair.
Maybe some of you last longer. Maybe some of you die within a couple days. Just know that once a decision is made, that clock is going to tick. I'm keeping you safe from the corruption now. But my protection and good graces only go so far.
And why can't they keep us covered until we reach our destination?
Again, people will pick up on that.
How long will it take for us to get to our destination?
Depends on if you want to go with me or not, or if you agree to help me. If
Either
you
way, you're
agree
supposed
to
to
help me,
deliver us.
you agree to help me, I can get you right to his front doorstep, lickety split. Passes in hand, ready to kick ass and take names. Or you can refuse. I can drop the protection and we can start our little march. He just needs your souls. As he like pulls out just like a small censer from his coat. This will stop you from, well, plunging into the abyss itself. We'll deliver the soul to him. Well, I'll get paid. I'll work under him for a while until some other opportunity comes along. I do have eternity. You, on the other hand, do not.
Can I feel like I can reach out to the Snow Mother?
You feel no connection to any god whatsoever here.
This is why I'm an atheist. Sorry, Kemek is an atheist.
You've literally come face to face with several gods at this point.
You resurrected your god.
It's the only one that matters.
But they claim to be a god. Doesn't mean I believe that they're a god.
Yeah, Kim is just like, hey, he's gonna do him. Doesn't mean I have to go along with the script. Just another powerful wizard in my book.
Can he prove that he's a god? No, not while I'm alive.
No, he just manually upgraded all the goblins in the world. No, he's not a god.
Very powerful wizard is fine.
Yeah, he's got some of that Kamiroskian juju.
A boon doesn't sound so bad, but to be honest, the only thing that comes to mind is just getting out of this, well, hellhole.
And that's what I'm offering. And it's not a hellhole. That's a different place. They would probably treat you better and give you an option. Maybe give you some dinner, sign a contract, all that fun stuff. Down here, no. It's either do what I say or die. Makes no difference to me.
It's the same upstairs.
At least buy me dinner
actually.
first. Jeez.
Here's the
Because
thing.
we don't really eat for food.
I don't care about politics and power and reign down here anyway. It does not affect me when I'm not here. So, to be completely honest, if you guarantee our magic, this permit to cast magic as well as use our items down here and get us out, I would be so inclined to assist you.
And get us to his front door.
And I will tell you,
along the way.
I will tell you right here and now, when I say you can't teleport, you can't dimension door, you can't jump planes, this is not me making empty threats. You cast any sort of spell like that, you will die. If you have ever seen anything try to jump through a closed gate, that bloody splat, yeah, that's all you're going to experience. Your body will be destroyed and scattered to the abyssal winds. Your soul, well, who knows what will happen with that. Either it gets caught in this thing or you get tossed down into the pits below. You become a lemur, and well, good work, good job working at the bottom rungs for a while.
To be fair, when I say teleport us out, I mean back where you found us on the material plane.
Safe and sound, right as rain, just as the day I met you.
In the same spot.
Or a spot of your choosing. It doesn't have to be out in the middle of nowhere.
I might like the middle of nowhere.
I believe our dragging companion over here also mentioned adding a bit of the scrying ability off the pins as well.
I can get rid of those. That's not a problem. That's weak magic anyway.
I want something that prevents people from
It doesn't make it any less
permanently.
obnoxious, though.
That I
Very
can't
true.
give you, as I don't have any of these items that you're like that would grant you any of this.
To start, at least not being scryed on, if nothing else.
Very well. And
Now,
that enchantment only.
just the scrying taken off.
Some
That's the
of us
only.
might have 2 of them.
Well, all of the scrying taken off.
Oh, that sounds good for me. I don't know about anyone else. Other than Mia's path to world domination.
Not world domination, just domination of the weave.
Which reminds
Honestly,
me, I
I've
have
heard
something
worse
to help you get a
goals.
step further. If we survive this, you can have it as a little trinket.
Well, now we have to survive this.
Don't die.
I've been trying really hard not to lately.
I've never seen you die.
Well, it's happened several
5 times.
times at this point.
So we're all in agreement here, everyone. Yes, yes. You scratch my back, I get you the hell out of here.
Yuriko
I'm fine
looks
with
at
it.
the-
I've made worse
looks at-
deals.
Yuriko looks at the party and is like, "Do you understand what you're doing?"
Does anyone?
Better than
I-
the alternative.
Yes, I understand that the alternative is death and an eternity spent in the abyss.
Oh, it's not that bad. Especially when you become a demon, it's a lot better. Constant
No,
fighting,
that's-
bunch of backstabbing, growing in
That sounds
power.
like my race.
You
And
Yeah.
know,
Then you'd thrive down here.
Growing in numbers really more than power.
No, I see the way that you're looking at me, which is strange because you have no eyes, and I really don't want an eternity of that.
Oh, it's because I can smell with my tongue.
Yeah, I don't want an eternity of that.
Oh, there's no telling.
That sounds like fun. Let's do that.
There's no telling that you would become something like me. Everybody's different. Granted, with the amount of arcane power in your body, you'd transform into one of the more magic flingy type anyway. I'm a tailor.
Your whole face would be a mouth.
I know a guy like that.
Like a leech.
I'll stick to being a Valkyrie, thank you.
answer your first question. At least this time way we have a fighting chance of getting out of here.
Yeah, it's your only chance.
Well, it's either death or death. At least one of the deaths has an option to fight, so. That's where I'm at.
Don't think we've heard from our resident paladin. Cass?
I mean, I'm all down for killing a demon with. I mean, if it's the one in charge of the cult, it's effectively solving 2 problems at once. We get rid of the cult, and we get rid of the one responsible for it.
At least one of the cults.
I think they're all
I've heard
one.
worse options.
Well, that's true. There is a rumor that the Death Knight told us they could all be under one banner, but without further proof. 2 birds, as they say.
Yeah. I like the idea of starting with that demon, and then we'll see what's left of the cults afterwards.
Agreed.
It's not the first time I've done something completely stupid.
And it probably won't be the last, so.
You think having that seat's gonna keep you safe? If you see your face again, we'll do the same to you as we're gonna do to him.
Like I said, I have no interest in the material. I have no interest in any of you or any of your kind, honestly. You dress horribly. No.
We didn't design this.
I
My-
look fabulous.
Her rags.
Our clothes were tailored by a goddess, I'll have you know.
Of shorts.
They're close.
Of fashion.
Shorts.
I see the flaws.
I am appalled.
I'm saying you can make something better.
In my sleep.
What's that?
And that's what we succeed here. I want an outfit.
I can do that.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
How
Oh
dare
my
you?
God.
It's a demon. It'll probably be made out of the skin of some poor person.
But it'd
And
be
this is
fireproof.
now the
It'd
skin
probably
of
have
some,
fire resistance.
and this
It'd
is
be
made out of the
fine.
skin of some poor animal. You know. As long as I don't know where it came from, I don't really care. No, Pete.
I'm all for it.
You know what? You do this, I'll leave you with a parting dress. Or pantsuit, or whatever it is you wish to wear.
No shoes.
It's cursed. We
Kemet-
can never take them off.
He betrays you, and Kemet gets nothing but shoes.
No.
They're cursed items. We can never take them off.
Every year for Christmas.
Kemet is free!
Kemet gets pajamas, and they have footies on them.
Every year.
Where's the butt flap?
All right, I guess we're doing this.
Perfect. My dear, please give them their stuff back. As the Merilith slowly slides to all of you and begins handing you your gear back.
And I'm going to meticulously go through it to make sure I have all my gear.
Everything is there. And then he walks around and he presents each of you, well, all of you casters, with a singular playing card. Those are your keys. Don't lose them. You only get one. As long as you have them in your possession, should be fine. And as soon as he gives you that key, Spike appears next to you.
Okay. I'm totally doing the girl thing. I'm just sort of slide that right into the bra.
That dragon.
Jericho's doing the same thing.
Well, now that we've agreed, just go through the door behind you and you'll be where you need to go.
What about the enchantments?
Oh no, that's taken off once you take care of him.
Because when we're dead, it doesn't
down here.
matter.
My good graces right now only extend to giving you the power that you need. Hoping it's enough, but if it's not, oh well. I'll find more.
Strong desire to punch the guy.
Dead. Very well. I suppose once everyone's ready, we should just be taken to the front door.
And I'm just going to spend a moment in Draconic to explain to Spike what's happening.
And Spike just shakes his head. He's like, I heard everything, and it was annoying because there was an echo.
Stuck in between, I assume.
Yes. Very uncomfortable.
Is Moon in with me?
No.
Aww.
No Lunin for you.
No Moonin for you. So,
Oh, I'm a bird.
everybody on your character sheets. In those little sections where you're able to put a little counter, I need you to make one that says corruption and add 1 point.
Out of what?
Yes.
We don't know. I put a question mark in my total.
I did too.
I'm
just
all
put
for
a sad
corruption.
face.
Can we speed it up?
Oh god.
Sure, just walk a few feet and just inhale. And
Okay.
inhale with your soul.
And as you turn around, there is a simple freestanding wooden framed door. You have your stuff. You have your magic. Now all you need is a bit of luck. And a whole lot of brew.
Before we do anything, because this is one of those moments, as I have always promised to you and chat, anyone who's doubted me, who needs health potions?
I don't
Who
have
needs them?
any.
I am willing to divvy some out.
I don't
You
think
know,
I have
you know
any.
they're fucked when Zoro starts handing out health potions.
Yeah, I don't have any either.
Oh my
That's what I'm
god.
laughing about. It's great.
Because
I'm sorry,
someone
we
buys them all
actually
before
use
we
our
can.
resources.
And someone buys them before anyone else can. By the time we get to the apothecary, like, what health potions?
I'll take 20.
Alright.
I'm presuming they're regular greater healings.
Rosa, so I had to make a show.
I don't know.
This doesn't count.
I have an assortment, plus I got like a fuck ton from the peddler in the alley before we left.
What are you buying?
Before we left into the forest.
You presume those actually work.
So yeah, it's, I mean, he said they did, doesn't mean that, you know. So I'll divvy that up. I did not put down the number like an idiot, so I'm gonna have to go back to that episode to figure out what number that is. But for now, I will give 2 greater potions to Mia. Who else doesn't have potions?
I don't.
You don't? I'll give you 1 greater and 1 regular.
Do not have any.
Oh my goodness. Same
Again,
thing. 1 greater, 1 greater, 1 regular.
Again, there's someone who buys them before we can.
That's why I buy in bulk.
By bulk, you mean everything they've got?
Yes.
So that no one else gets any. Got it.
Yes. For moments like this.
Uh-huh.
And she sounds angry that she's handing out healing potions. I see how it is.
Rosa says it doesn't count because she made a show of it.
Wow. First of all, I feel because
Well,
like I have to.
I have already 2. I already have 2 greater, and I have 1 ash potion.
1 ash potion.
That's what I wrote because
Did Kel
I
give
got
it
it.
to you?
I got it from one of the twins.
Oh.
So I wrote it down. He was like, this is one of my mom's. I wrote it down. Ash heal pot.
Look, it's been 80 years. She learned how to make at least basic potions in the 1-year time gap. Everything else.
Did she? Did she
She
though?
did. She actually mastered basic. Anything greater though was questionable. Was very questionable. But it's also been 80 years, so.
All I know is it's a 2d10 plus 2 times my con modifier, and then I got to roll a d20 to see what happens.
Yep.
Oh, so see, it's not bad.
It's worked out well for the rest of us so far. But I think we've been rolling pretty well on those.
No one's
Also,
rolled a
I
1 yet.
Very
Yeah.
reluctantly want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that we still have the unicorn's curse.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oh.
We don't?
You don't.
We can crit again?
Oh yeah, we couldn't crit before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that written at the top of my
I
character sheet.
can delete that off of my sheet.
Yep. The
Wait, you
unicorn's
heard-
curse is
you-
taken away.
Who are cursed by unicorn?
Was that from our long rest?
Nope.
No,
Oh.
that was one of the questions we asked when we got it.
E-
After we were
yeah,
done killing the
um,
unicorn, we got cursed by it.
It
Yeah.
was the fight with the
The
Death
death
Knight guy,
and the dread unicorn.
the Dread Unicorn.
Yeah. We didn't kill the initial unicorn.
I can punch
But,
things
yeah.
better.
But that's how we were able to get our strength back, thank God. Okay. Yeah. I think I need to... I'm going to pass out the other potions. I just don't remember what number it was. I remember it was a crazy number, but once I get that actual number, I'll be able to...
That's not a problem.
That out beforehand.
So,
Episode 48.
something to tell you about corruption. Kind of works in two different ways here. Corruption, in and of itself, will be a minus whatever your corruption number is to all rolls.
Ooh.
Though,
Okay.
it will be a bonus to all damage.
Good thing and bad thing. Let's be honest. Okay. Put that on my sheet.
If any of you hit 10 corruption, let me know.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna make that as a total so I know what not to do.
How do we obtain corruption?
We don't know.
Yes.
My theory is at the end of every round, but
No, that would be
Oh my
way
God.
way too detrimental.
Every time we got
Okay.
hit.
By the time you got to round 5,
end the season now.
by the time you got to round 5, you have a -6 to all your rolls.
Look, I'm trying to go to
So
the
who wants to take a
extreme,
bet?
so I
It's
feel
either
better when
me
it's
or
not.
Fox that dies first.
I am not dying down here.
It'd be like, you know, having like a lesser version of Great Weapon.
So,
You know, we just don't get the double damage. We get singular damage.
as you pass out the potions and you prepare to enter that door, we are going to end for this week, as it is getting around 11:30 and this combat is probably going to take all of next session.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be fun,
Oh, yeah, it is.
and it's gonna probably emotionally scar your ego. So, just a forewarning.
It's happened before.
But yeah, so that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning on in. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up tomorrow, we are going to have another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim.
No, we're not.
Okay, I'm a liar.
Yeah. Well,
Tilt's
Oh, that's
traveling.
right. That's Tilt's traveling. Okay, so normally on Tuesdays we have episodes of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot. On this upcoming Thursday, are we still doing Mass Effect?
As far as I know.
Okay, I didn't know what was going on, so
I was confused. I was like, wait, did I say I wasn't?
Look, you
I was
said
like, oh,
Tilt
no.
was traveling. I didn't know where he was traveling to, so I didn't know if there was
He's already
plans.
here.
Oh, okay.
He's already here, so he's traveling back on Tuesday. or
Gotcha.
tomorrow.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yes, I think Siva's just not going to be here, but we
Yeah.
should be.
Okay.
We should.
And
be
I
good.
might have to cut out early depending, but
Okay.
Alrighty. So on Thursday we will have another episode of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition mod Mass Effect game run by Zorro. On this upcoming Saturday, we've got a bit of a double header, as we will have another episode of Withered Wastes, which is a 5th edition campaign that I run. And then coming back in its marvelous reboots, we will have episode 1 of Would Be Heroes. Those of you who are in that game, I need you to send me as much as you can.
Yep.
No later than Wednesday. I need your stuff.
I
Get it
will do my
tomorrow.
best to get it to you all tomorrow. I realize I have sent you nothing so far.
You're
bad.
not the only one.
Okay.
You're
I've
not
just
the
been
only one.
chatting with Sugar about it.
I technically said so. I did mention before my stuff was essentially the same, but then I was like, oh shit, that's right. There's a bit of
There's a huge gap.
there's a gap that I needed to add. So I was like, oh shit, I forgot that part. So yes, I will have that for you by tomorrow at the absolute latest for me.
Okay. But yeah, so that will round out that week, and then we'll be back here on Monday for another episode of this here Destiny Forged, which is going to be a huge, as everybody likes, raid boss fight. So have fun with this. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you later.
Take care.